the change of the year.
Yeah, tell me the story.
So, as you know, there are no coincidences.
Yeah.
And you and I happened for the first time to ever bump into each other on Pick Street.
Yeah.
And you saw the state I was in. And I told you earlier on, you invited me to some of your special dinners, and I remember saying, I can't make it because I'm going to be in LA, but I didn't tell you why. And the reason was because deep down I thought I needed serious medical care. And when we ran into each other and you saw the state I was in, you immediately got on your phone, called Caitlin, who I didn't know at the time, because Mindvalley was in the summer session, so she happened to be in town. She came to my place that afternoon. She sat with me. I told her my story. She said, do not ever go back on clonazepam. I told her, I've already researched it. I know that no one quits cold turkey clonazepam because it induces seizures, brain damage, change of personality, and potentially death. And it took Jordan Peterson a year out of his life to try to get off this drug. Some people still have not been able to get off it, but in my view, come hell or high water, I'm never putting that in my body ever again. And she sat with me and she did whatever she does with the energies, and she said, you have the ability to overcome this without ever going back on it. She said, you've had a miracle cure once before with the motorcycle accident in Ibiza. She said, you can certainly do this again. And the miracle cures are not really miracles. They're a lot more common than we think. And she works with Joe Dispenza, and certainly I think Joe's one of those seminal people in the world who probably cured more people from what medical science said was incurable. So I still remember on the 5th night of no sleep, where you're like a stiff zombie lying down for 8 hours, and it is maddening, but you know you can't really get up and do anything because you're in a very weakened state. And that 5th night, I surrendered. My soul surrendered. As in, I made peace with my condition. I knew that I might have 3 or 4 more weeks of this, and of course that's where brain damage and potentially death occur. And I made peace. I said, I'm okay with whatever happens to me. And at that point, there was a internal shift at a DNA core level, a frequency shift. That's the best way I could describe it. I didn't know what it was. I knew it wasn't bad. And shortly after that happened, I not only got the sleep, but I slept one of the best I've slept in years. I woke up the next morning. All the symptoms were gone. I thought I was delusional. I'm thinking, am I imagining this? Should I call Vishen, Caitlin, my parents, my friends? I'm thinking maybe premature. As I got out of bed, there was such a rush of energy. I said, screw it, I'm going to tell everyone. So, I told you, I told Caitlin, I told everyone. And the next night, I was concerned, well, what if this comes back? What if this insomnia comes back? Well, fortunately, I was able to get the sleep. I got the REM sleep. That came very quick. I woke up after one sleep cycle with relief because I could remember my dreams. And from that point on, there was this download from above, as they say. It was a channel download, and I was sitting up in my bed, typing madly into my phone all this wisdom. And one of the pieces was, you have to write your book. You have to tell your story.
Now your book is out.
Now my book is out.
And since that day when you woke up, that day, you've been fine. Your body healed. It healed overnight. And before that day, I remember when I met you, you said you were losing your brain gray matter. You thought you were going to become a vegetable, and you were thinking about killing yourself.
It was one of the 3 most grim times in my life, which I talk about in my book. I call them mega crises, but a wise person said they're awakenings.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you, Chris.